Number 1. The 1980 Plymouth Arrow pickup, priced at $5,500 and located in Vancouver, Washington. This truck is a unique find you don't see every day, especially in this kind of condition. With just 84,000 original miles on the clock, it's powered by a 4-cylinder engine, made into a 5-speed manual transmission, and equipped with 4-wheel drive. It even features a solid front axle, making it a capable little off-roader for its size and era. The seller notes that the truck runs and drives good, making it more than just a project. It's a functioning, drivable rig you can enjoy right now. It's overall in good condition, with just a bit of rust in the bed floor on the driver's side and at the bottoms of the front fenders. Aside from that, it's described as very solid, especially for a 40-plus-year-old mini truck. Mechanically, it could benefit from a new muffler, but nothing major seems to be holding it back. It's already got a clean Oregon title in hand, which is a big plus for anyone ready to register and hit the road. What really sets this Plymouth Arrow apart is its rarity. You'll probably never see another one like it, especially in running condition with original miles and a manual transmission. These trucks were only produced in limited numbers and have become increasingly scarce over the years. The seller is even open to possible trades, offering to swap for 2 4x4 quads or one newer, nicer ATV, or make an offer with pictures and details. Just no motorcycles, dirt bikes, or boats. And if you're interested, text is preferred. If you're into oddball classics, vintage 4X4S, or compact trucks with real personality, this 1980 Plymouth Arrow might be your ticket to something truly different. It's rugged, it's rare, and it's ready for the right kind of enthusiast to take it to the next level. Number 2. The 1966 Ford F-100, priced at $6,600 and located in East Wenatchee, Washington. This truck is all about that old-school charm and bare-knuckle toughness. With its bold red paint, rugged body lines, and a stance that screams vintage workhorse, the 66 F-100 is one of those trucks that speaks to a simpler time when vehicles were built to last and every dent told a story. Under the hood, you've got a classic V8 engine, the real heart of this American icon. It's paired with manual transmission, giving you that raw, connected driving experience that modern trucks just can't replicate. Rear-wheel drive keeps things classic and simple, making this a perfect cruiser for someone who appreciates that analog feel. Now let's talk condition. The seller listed as fair, which means it's probably not a show truck. But that also means it's not so precious that you can't drive it, enjoy it, or make it your own. Whether you're looking to restore it, rat-rot it, or just drive it as is, this F-100 has plenty of character and plenty of potential. The odometer reads 999,999 miles, which most likely means it's rolled over, or maybe just doesn't reflect the true mileage. Either way, with trucks like this, it's more about mechanical condition and sold in numbers. And best of all, it comes with a clean title, so you're clear to register and go without hassle. That's one less thing to worry about as you get ready to put your personal stamp on a piece of Ford truck history. Whether you're a collector looking to complete your fleet, a Restomod enthusiast hunting for the right canvas, or just someone who wants a cool vintage pickup with real presence, this 1966 Ford F-100 is an honest, old-school classic that deserves a second life. Number 3. The 1976 GMC Sierra C25, listed at just $4,200 and located in North Ellensburg, Washington. This long bed, 2-wheel drive workhorse features a 350 V8 with 4-barrel carb, paired with a 3-speed automatic on the column, a tried-and-true drivetrain that's as dependable as it is nostalgic. With just 107,000 original miles, this truck has lived a real-life work history without being overused or beaten down. It was built in Fontana, California, still wears its original paint, and shows some rust in the usual spots, as you'd expect on a near 50-year-old pickup. The seller inherited the truck and admits they aren't an expert, but what they do know is it runs really well and is fun to drive. Over the past 5 years, it sat in the side yard, Before that, it was used primarily for garbage runs. That's light duty compared to many trucks from this era, and it shows in its mechanical soundness. Inside, it's got a working original AM radio, heater, floor vents, wipers, and lights. Even the dual gas tanks are intact and functional. Sure, the dash has some cracks and the seat shows its age, but that's all part of the patina and personality. Now, let's talk quirks. The gear indicator's red line isn't visible, but it still shifts and drives fine. The hood has that classic GM bend from the early hinge design, but if you know these trucks, you know that a common and fixable issue. Overall, this is a mechanically solid, cosmetically aged survivor. It's not perfect, but it's honest, original, and ready for someone who sees beauty in a dependable classic that's still got plenty of life left. If you're after a real-deal GMC from the 70s with a strong heart and a long bed, this 1976 Sierra C25 could be the perfect project or daily driver you've been searching for. Number 4. The 1963 Chevrolet C10, listed for $5,750 and located in Moses Lake, Washington. This isn't just any vintage truck. This is a solid project with great bones and a lot of character, perfect for someone who appreciates old iron and is ready to bring it back to its full glory. Let's start with the basics. The odometer shows just 64,654 miles, but as the seller notes, considering the truck's age, it's safe to assume that number has rolled over at least once. So realistically, you're probably looking at around 164,000 miles, which honestly isn't surprising for a truck from this era, and even less a concern when you hear what's powering it. Under the hood, this C10 has already received a modern heart transplant. It's been upgraded with a late model 350 small block V8, a reliable and popular choice for classic truck builds. It's topped with a quadrijet carburetor and paired with power steering, giving you a smoother driving experience than you'd typically expect from a nearly 60-year-old pickup. And for those who love to feel connected to the road, this one's got a 4-speed manual transmission, making a real driver's truck. The truck starts up and runs strong, and while it's not showroom ready, the foundation is definitely here. The body has a few minor dents and dings, but the real story is the minimal rust, a huge plus for a vehicle of this vintage. Whether you're planning to restore it to original specs, turn it into a patina cruiser, or go full custom, this truck gives you a great place to start. The bed does need new wood, which is a common issue on these older C10s, but the metal structure underneath is still solid, meaning you won't have to do any major fabrication. That alone saves time, effort, and money for the next owner. The truck's overall restoration quality is described as very good, but the seller is upfront. They simply don't have the time to finish it. That's your opportunity. Inside, while there aren't a lot of details given, we can assume it's mostly original and likely in usable condition. The seller is open to reasonable offers, so this could be your chance to grab a classic C10 at a price that still leaves room in the budget for upgrades or restoration. Classic trucks like this don't come around every day, especially not ones that already run, drive, and have modern engine upgrades. If you've been looking for a vintage pickup with style, potential, and a clean starting point, the 1963 Chevy C10 might just be the one you've been waiting for. Number 5. The 1981 Ford F-100 Flareside pickup, listed at $10,000 and located in Bellingham, Washington. With its distinctive Flareside bed, also known as a step-side box. This pickup is a head-turner from the start. Under the hood, it features the legendary 4.9-liter inline-six, known for its durability and long life. It's paired to a 3-speed manual transmission, now shifted on the floor instead of the original column shift configuration. This truck starts right up, drives straight, and runs down the road without issue. It's got power steering, manual brakes, and according to the seller, all the gauges work and most of the lighting has been sorted out. Now, it's not a show queen just yet, but it's a solid, functional survivor. The cab corners and floor pans are clean with no serious rust, which is rare for a truck of this age. That said, it's got its fair share of paint chips, small scratches, and the original wood bed has seen better days. currently covered with plywood, so it's still usable. There's a crack running top to bottom on the windshield, and the window seals are dry and brittle. The shift linkage is a little sloppy too, but none of these are deal breakers for someone ready to enjoy a drivable classic or start a light restoration. Riding on old-school centerline aluminum wheels and like new tires, this F100 is sitting right with only 113,000 original miles on the clock. Whether you want to drive it as is or take on a full restoration, this Flareside Ford brings the old-school pickup vibes with just the right mix of patina and potential. Number 6. The 1955 Chevrolet 6100 5-ton dump truck, priced at $14,000 and located in Wilmington, Massachusetts. This isn't just a vintage collector's piece. It's a fully operational workhorse, ready to haul, plow, and turn heads wherever it goes. If you've been looking for a classic utility truck that still earns its keep, this might be the unicorn you've been waiting for. Let's talk power. This 55 Chevy is equipped with the original G235 cubic inch straight-six gas engine, paired with a single-barrel carburetor. Known for its fuel efficiency and dependability, the straight-six is praised as being great on gas, a rarity in trucks of the size and age. Made into a 4-speed manual transmission, it also features a high/low range selector button right on the shifter, which means it's just as comfortable on the open highway as it is on the job site. And this truck doesn't just run, it works. It comes outfitted with brand new rear traction tires, fresh mud flaps, and chains tucked away in the side toolbox for winter driving. The plow frame is included and can be unbolted for the summer months, making this rig a true all-season machine. There's also a tow package installed in the rear for trailers, giving this old-school Chevy even more versatility. Need heat in the cab during those long New England winters? You're covered. This truck boasts superheat, and despite being 70 years old, it shows no signs of rot, which is incredibly rare and speaks volumes about how well it's been taken care of. The dual-fuel tank switch allows you to go the distance, and the tailgate features a trapdoor, making it ideal for dumping gravel, mulch, or whatever the job demands. The seller describes the Chevy as being like new, and with just 2,000 miles showing on the odometer, it's not hard to believe that this truck has seen very little use over the decades. It's all original, clean, and described as a head-turner, a utility vehicle that's just as comfortable on the road as is on display at Classic Truck Show. But it doesn't stop there. The seller also points out that this truck is perfect for advertising your business. Imagine your logo painted proudly on the side of that big, beautiful dump body. It's a moneymaker, a rolling billboard, and a functional beast all in one. Even better, it's described as a mint, turnkey-and-go truck. Starts right up, even on freezing cold mornings. It was on the road as recently as 2024, and still has plates and registration. And despite being a six-wheeler, it falls under 2,400 pounds GVWR, meaning you can drive it with a regular license. If you're serious about vintage trucks that can work just as hard as they look good, this 1955 Chevy dump truck is the real deal. Whether you want to haul, plow, tow, or promote your business, this classic can do it all. Number 7. The 1976 Ford F100, finished in a striking red and priced at $19,000, located in Coburn. A true icon of the Ford truck legacy, this F100 doesn't just stand out for its looks. It's a clean title classic that's been preserved and modernized with care. Let's start with the aesthetics. That bright red paint is impossible to miss, radiating classic American muscle from every angle. It's got that timeless boxy body style that defined an era, bold lines, squared-off fenders, and just the right amount of chrome. Whether you're parking at a car show or pulling into a job site, this truck will turn heads. Under the hood, it's powered by a gasoline engine and paired with an automatic transmission, offering both classic feel and modern ease of use. While the odometer reads 1,111,111, that number likely just represents the passage of time, as it's common for trucks of this vintage to have rolled over once or more. But don't let the mileage fool you. Trucks like this are built to last, and with proper upkeep, they run for generations. The title is clean, which is a big win for any collector or enthusiast looking for a hassle-free ownership experience. And let's not forget, this isn't just a piece of history. It's a registered, road-ready vehicle with real presence. What makes a 76 F100 special? Well, for one, it was the final generation before Ford transitioned to the 7th Gen platform in 1977. This means you're looking at the last of the line. The rugged simplicity, the no-frills utility, and the steel-heavy body that defined working-class American trucks of the 1970s. Trucks like this were made for doing the job and looking good doing it. Whether you're hauling lumber, towing a small trailer, or just cruising to the local diner on a sunny Saturday, this F100 delivers that old-school satisfaction that modern trucks can't replicate. The red-on-red aesthetic makes a bold statement. It's not just a truck, it's a declaration. And for the price of $19,000, you're not just buying metal and rubber. You're buying a piece of American automotive history, a weekend cruiser, a conversation starter, and a reliable utility vehicle all in one. If you're a collector, an enthusiast, or just someone who appreciates timeless design and raw authenticity, this 1976 Ford F100 deserves a place in your garage. Number 8. The 1967 Ford 100, offered at $19,000 and currently located in Coburn. If you're a fan of raw, no-nonsense American pickups, this truck might just be your dream ride. Let's begin with the heart of the beast. Under the hood sits a gas-powered engine, paired with a manual transmission, giving you that connected mechanical driving experience that modern trucks just can't replicate. Every gear change is a reminder of a time when driving was more about feel than technology. The odometer shows just 49,000 miles, which is especially impressive for a vehicle that's nearly 6 decades old. While we always recommend verifying mileage on vintage vehicles, a number like that could mean this truck has seen a lot less within most of its era, or that it's been carefully restored and maintained over the years. Visually, this Ford 100 stands out with a custom paint job that adds character and flair to an already iconic body style. Whether the two-tone throwback look, a deep metallic, or a matte finish, the custom paint ensures that this isn't just another vintage Ford. It's yours. It's unique. And it's going to turn heads wherever you go. Of course, the title is clean, which means you're dealing with a truck that's free from salvage history or other complications. Ready to be insured, registered, and enjoyed. This 1967 model falls right at the tail end of the fourth generation of Ford F-Series trucks, a generation known for its wider body and improved comfort compared to earlier models. It was also the first to introduce features like integrated heating and defrost systems, small touches that made these trucks more livable for everyday drivers. But don't let the comfort upgrades fool you. This is still a true pickup. A steel-bodied, full-frame workhorse built to haul, tow, and take a beating. It's the kind of truck that could pull stumps on Saturday and shine at a car show on Sunday. The manual gearbox, combined with the simplicity of vintage mechanical engineering, makes this Ford ideal for purists, those who want to feel every bump in the road, every rev of the engine, every click of the shifter. It's about driving with intention, not automation. So whether you're a seasoned collector looking for a pristine pickup to add to your fleet, or a weekend enthusiast looking for your next project or show truck, this 1967 Ford 100 offers something truly special. Authenticity. No gimmicks. No overdone mods. Just classic American steel, clean lines, and that unmistakable Ford heritage. For $19,000, it's more than just a truck. It's a time machine, a statement, and a seriously cool way to hit the road. Number 9. The 1988 Ford F-150 XLT Lariat, listed at $16,500, and it's waiting for a new home in Hartselle. With just 89,500 original miles, this truck is an outstanding example of a survivor, used but not abused. These older F-150s were often worked hard, racking up mileage and wear, so finding one in this kind of condition, with mileage under 100K, is a rare score. That odometer reading hints at a long lifespan still ahead, especially when it's been this well cared for. Under the hood, It's powered by the reliable 302 cubic inch V8, part of Ford's legendary small block Windsor family. Known for durability and plenty of low-end torque, this engine delivers solid performance and classic V8 sound. Paired with rear-wheel drive, it keeps things simple and strong. Less to go wrong, more to enjoy on the open road. This Lariat isn't just about performance. It also has that touch of late 80s luxury. The XLT Lariat trim was Ford's top of the line for the F-150 in '88, and it shows. Inside, the front bench seat has been freshly reupholstered, and the headliner is brand new, restoring the cabin's comfort and style without losing its vintage charm. The interior likely features wood grain accents, plush materials, and thoughtful layout that was ahead of its time. With only 2,000 miles on a set of new tires, it's ready to hit the road without a second thought. Whether you're taking it for a weekend cruise, hauling a load, or just enjoying the attention at the gas station, this F-150 won't leave you stranded. In the bed, you'll find a spray-in bed liner by Line-X, one of the best in the industry. That means the truck is not only good-looking, but it's protected, ready to haul without worrying about dings, scratches, or rust. Whether you're hauling lumber, tools, or just gear for the next road trip, this bed's built to handle it. The seller also confirms it runs great with no mechanical issues. A huge bonus when buying a truck that's nearly 4 decades old. It's clearly been maintained with care. And from the sound of it, this one's ready to go without any of the usual project truck headaches. So if you're hunting for a truck that blends vintage looks, reliable performance, and comfort upgrades, this 1988 Ford F-150 XLT Lariat is a smart bet. It's not just a vehicle. It's a piece of Ford history built tough, styled right, and preserved with pride. For $16,500, you're not just buying a truck. You're stepping into a legacy. One that still knows how to turn heads, get the job done, and drive like a classic should. Number 10. The 1968 Chevy K/20, listed at $12,000 and located in Phoenix, Arizona. This isn't your average old pickup. It's a K-Series 3/4-ton 4x4, part of Chevy's action line trucks that set the tone for modern pickups. Built for strength and simplicity, the 68 K/20 blends old-school toughness with timeless American styling. If you've been searching for a true workhorse with vintage character, this might be the one. With 105,000 miles on the odometer, it's got some history under its belt. But it's far from done. These trucks were built to last, and with little care, they'll run for decades more. The manual transmission paired with a gas-powered V8 gives you full control and that classic analog driving feel. It's the kind of truck that makes you drive. No computers, no unnecessary tech, just you, the road, and the machine. And let's not overlook the four-wheel drive system. This K/20 isn't just for cruising. It's built to work. Whether you're climbing rocky trails, hauling equipment across a muddy field, or just needing dependable traction during monsoon season in Arizona, this truck's got the drivetrain to handle it. Chevy's 4x4 systems from this era were tough as nails, made to keep moving no matter what terrain you throw at them. On the outside, it's finished in classic white, a clean, straightforward color that fits the rugged attitude of this build. It's not flashy, but it doesn't need to be. It says, "I'm here to get the job done." The body appears to be in good condition, and while the listing doesn't dive into details about rust or bodywork, at this price point, and in dry Arizona, you can expect a solid foundation with plenty of potential. Inside, it's likely as no-nonsense as the rest of the truck. These 68 models kept things simple. Vinyl bench seats, minimal gauges, and just enough comfort to get the job done. But that's part of the charm. If you want a truck that connects you to the road and to the roots of real American trucking, this K/20 offers the full experience. The clean title is a final box checked, ready to register, insure, and drive. Whether you're restoring it, using it as a weekend hauler, or turning it into your next off-road project, it's a platform with endless possibilities. For $12,000, this 1968 Chevy K/20 is more than just a vehicle. It's a reminder of a time when trucks were built with steel, sweat, and simplicity. No frills, No shortcuts. Just pure American grit. Number 11. The 1988 Ford F-150 Extended Cab, listed at $6,000, located in Safford, Arizona. Coming in hot at number 11, this is your average late ADS pickup. This is a 1988 Ford F-150 Extended Cab, built, lifted, and loaded for both performance and personality. Priced at just $6,000, this Arizona-based beast is more than a truck. It's a statement. Let's start with what makes this rig stand tall, literally. It's equipped with a 6-inch Skyjacker lift kit, giving it the clearance and attitude to tackle trails, dirt roads, or just own the pavement. Beneath the lift, the suspension has been thoroughly updated with new ball joints, idlers, tie rods, and neoprene bushings, meaning this thing isn't just tall, it's tight. Stopping power comes courtesy of Detroit axle brakes, featuring drilled and slotted rotors up front and new drums in the rear, giving you confidence whether you're hauling, wheeling, or just cruising. Now let's talk power, because this truck isn't just lifted, it's loaded under the hood. The heart is a freshly built 351 Windsor, and it's not your run-of-the-mill rebuild. This engine has been balanced in blueprint line board and .030 overboard for increased displacement and power. It's topped with Speed Pro aluminum heads, H-beam rods, a comp cam and lifters, roller rockers, Edelbrock carbon, wind intake, throw and long tube headers, Purple Hornet glass packs, and MSD ignition. And you've got a motor that breathes fire and sounds mean doing it. The cooling system's been handled too. There's a big aluminum radiator, dual electric fans, and even a Melling high-pressure oil pump keeping things lubricated under stress. It's got all the goodies: geared timing set, Moroso wires, Power Master starter, aluminum valve covers, stud kit, and more. And yes, it runs on pump gas. No race fuel or headaches required. Inside, this F-150 gets custom treatment too. You'll sit in leather Mustang bucket seats, framed by a custom fabricated grille, custom bumpers with front winch, and a wild camouflage paint job that's anything but factory. It's all personality, and it works. Being an Arizona truck, you can rest easy knowing the body is 100% rust-free. That's right, no rust, no rot, just raw muscle sitting on solid steel. Now listen up, cash only. No trades, no BS, no scammers. The seller made it crystal clear. Cash talks. If you're serious, bring it. You're getting a turnkey monster with thousands of dollars in parts and labor, professionally built, mechanically sound, and visually unforgettable. For just $6,000, this 1988 Ford F-150 Extended Cab is a hardcore truck lover's dream. Ready for mud, desert, or just turning heads at every stoplight. Number 12. The 1984 GMC Silverado 4x4 SHORTBED, priced at just $7,700, and located in beautiful Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. If you've been dreaming of a clean platform for an LS swap, or just want to own a vintage diesel 4x4 with original charm, this might be your truck. Under the hood, this Silverado is powered by the legendary 6.2-liter Detroit diesel V8. It's paired to an automatic transmission, and while not a speed demon by today's standards, this engine is known for its rugged durability, simplicity, and surprisingly good fuel efficiency for a 4x4 this era. It's a solid foundation, whether you want to keep it original or go wild with a modern powertrain swap. Speaking of swaps, this truck was meant to be LS swapped by the current owner. That was the original plan. But life happens, and the project never took off, which means now you can take the wheel, literally and figuratively. It's being sold as is, but that's good news. It hasn't been hacked up or modified yet. This is your blank canvas. This is a fully optioned truck, equipped with power windows, power door locks, air conditioning, and tilt steering wheel. For 1984, that made this truck a premium ride, and it still feels special sitting behind the wheel today. And here's the kicker. There's no rust. That's right. This truck is all original and rust-free, which makes it incredibly rare, especially for a vintage 4x4 square body. Clean metal like this is getting harder and harder to find, especially in shortbed form. With just over 77,000 miles showing on the odometer, it's a survivor. And if you're into the iconic square body look, the proportions are just right. Short bed, 4x4, tough stance, and classic lines that never go out of style. The title is clean and in hand. The seller is firm. Cash only, no trades, and no emails. Just call or text if you're serious. And don't forget bring a trailer, because while it runs and rolls, it's not currently a daily driver. At just $7,700, this 1984 GMC Silverado 4x4 is a killer deal for someone looking to build something special or keep it vintage and original. Either way, it's a square body that won't sit for long. Number 13, the 1976 Chevy truck FWD, offered at just $700 or best offer, located in ALBEMARLE, North Carolina. This isn't a showpiece. It's a parts-only project, but it runs, and for the right builder or collector, that's the green light. Under the hood sits a solid 350 small block V8, and according to the seller, it runs good. Whether you're after that classic 350 engine for a swap or need components to finish up another project, this truck's got potential written all over it. What's especially valuable here is the front-wheel drive setup. Yes, FWD parts are all good, and that's a rare find on a vintage Chevy truck. It's being sold strictly as a parts truck, and while it does not have a title, it's an excellent donor for mechanicals, drivetrain components, or even custom builds. The seller is old school, no texts, no emails, call only. So if you're serious, pick up the phone and ask for Johnny. Whether you're looking for a budget-friendly powertrain or hunting for those elusive Chevy front-wheel drive parts, this 1976 Chevy truck could be your $700 solution. No frills, just function. Number 14, the 1976 Chevrolet C10 Scottsdale, offered at $6,250 and located in Rogers, Arkansas. This long bed pickup has been in the current owner's hands for about 5 years, and it shows all the signs of being well cared for. Under the hood, you'll find a dependable 350 V8 engine, delivering solid power that's perfect for weekend cruising or light hauling. Paired with power steering, this old-school ride brings comfort to the driver's seat, even after nearly 50 years on the road. The body is in impressively straight condition, with very little rust, a rare statement when talking about classic trucks from this era. And with an 8-foot bed, this C10 doesn't just look good, it's built to work. Whether you're hauling lumber, gear, or just cruising to the local car meet, this truck gets the job done. According to the owner, this Chevy runs great. In fact, he recently drove it 2 hours out and back with no issues, proving its reliability. The tires are in good condition, and the odometer shows around 97,000 miles. Believable for a truck of this vintage that's been driven, not abused. The only problem encountered over the years? A small transmission leak, which was professionally repaired in Bentonville. With a clean title and what appears to be ownership history limited to just 3 people, this Scottsdale is a solid choice for anyone looking to step into the world of vintage pickups without diving into a full restoration. If you're looking for a classic truck that's been used, maintained, and loved without the sky-high price tag, this 1976 Chevrolet C10 Scottsdale might be exactly what you've been waiting for.